Is this thing on?
Hi guys, my name is Jared and welcome to the St. Lawrence Student Association Voice Podcast, a podcast for the students by the students. Today we have two guests with us that are both in the Student Association, and so we'll start with Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm in my second year of the Business Administration Marketing Program. I'm from a very small town. It's called Pembroke, Ontario. It's about 3 hours northwest of Kingston. And yeah, I'm excited to be a part of the podcast. Thank you so much for having me.
No worries.
Yeah, so firstly, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to be participating here today with all of you. So my name is Maria Lopez. I'm from Brazil, and I'm currently a second-year student in the Advertising and Marketing Communications program. And yeah, this is my last year, so I'm really excited to working in the Student Association, and yeah.
And is this both of your first years in the Student Association?
For me, yeah.
Yeah, this is my second year. And last year I worked at the front desk at the Student Association.
Okay. And so what made you guys want to be a part of the Student Association?
I have quite a few friends that have worked at the Student Association and just have a lot of good things to say. So whenever I enrolled at the college, it was just something that I wanted to do and wanted to be a part of just because of all the good things that I heard about it. And I'm so happy that I did. Like last year was so much fun. I met so many people. Management is amazing. So I'm glad that obviously the front desk position wasn't available this year with COVID and everything being online. So it was pretty awesome to get this opportunity to be able to do something with them virtually.
Yeah, it's been a lot of adaptation this year. That's one of the main words we've been using on our Teams meeting with the other members of the Student Association. So we're all trying to adapt to our roles and try and do our best with the resources that we have on hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
So what made you Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so for me, it was quite the same. I also have some friends that used to work there actually. And when there wasn't COVID or anything like that, I would always be around the student association area. So I would always under the staff would do there for the students. So I really wanted to contribute as well. So I found this position, and for me, it's great.
Well, it's good. We love to hear it. Again, I joined the Student Association because I felt that there was a lot of things that I'd like to see done with the college. And so I joined in, gave my input, and luckily everyone there was so kind and super accepting. And it's nice to be able to have like a say in the college and see like your visions of what the college could be come to life as you progress in your job. So would you guys be able to give me a quick explanation of what your position as communication event assistant is exactly?
Like yeah, for sure. So we actually start our training tomorrow, but obviously we have a good idea of what we signed up for. So basically our role, we are sharing the role. It's the two of us that will be kind of collaborating and coexisting with each other, working together, like for this exact same position. And our main job is that we're going to be in charge of a lot of social platforms for the Student Association, and just marketing and coordinating events is a big part of it. So obviously this year, with everything being virtual, it should be pretty interesting to think of different kind of ideas for events and different opportunities for the students to have virtually. So that's going to be challenging, but also I think a lot of fun too.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that we've had issues on campus here in residence is trying to change everything from being face-to-face and having like activities that we would often see at like the shack or in the caf, trying to adapt that into a way that we could do it virtually with a lot of student engagement. So I think that's our biggest task that we have to accomplish this year.
Yeah, for sure. And still like at the same time trying to make everything fun for the students too, because obviously being with everything virtual, it's I think a little bit more difficult to make things as collaborative and fun for everyone than being in person. So that'll be a challenge too this year. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you guys have any things that like you hope to see throughout the year, like events that you want to plan that you've just been brainstorming at?
Well, I've been thinking of a lot of ideas related to maybe intercultural events. Well, I know that we didn't start our trainings yet, but I would like to maybe try to make the students more, so we would have to conduct some survey, would be interesting for all of them. But yeah, we would have to discuss more about it for sure, but I have the intercultural idea in my head right now.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was very surprised with coming to St. Lawrence. I came from Ottawa, and the area I lived in was not very diversified. So coming to college, seeing like our international program is world renowned, second to none. Seeing people come from all these countries to study all these different things, I think it's such a great opportunity for students to learn about other cultures and gain so much respect and knowledge about other things, and broaden like it's not just like a food. A lot of people think of some cultures just like their food or a location to travel, but there's so much more that you can't even think of. So bringing all that together, I think would be such an amazing thing for the college.
Yeah, definitely. And just
no, for sure, and especially.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, Zoom is so well. This technology sometimes it's tricky.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I was just gonna say that St. Lawrence has a high percentage of international students, so it would be interesting to maybe trying to inform the domestic students about them, and also for them to know about the Canadian culture as well. I know that the international office is already doing a great job with intercultural events, but maybe we should try to come up with something even more engaging or informative. But yeah, for sure, I think diversity is the key.
Yeah, and that's I think that's a great idea, and don't stop thinking about that one. That would be I'm hoping forward to seeing that soon. How do you think COVID has affected your guys' title or job, from what you signed up for to what you think you'll be doing?
Well, to be honest, this position became available during COVID.
Oh,
so whenever we applied for the jobs, we were already very much in the middle of kind of dealing with the challenges that come with COVID. So I think, I mean, I don't want to speak for Maria, but at least for myself, I think I kind of knew what I was signing up for whenever I was going through the application process. It was, I think, in the summer, and at the end of the summer, the application was due. And we already knew that everything was going to be online in the fall in terms of classes and everything. So nothing really changed, which was, I mean, nice in the sense that we knew what we were, at least me, I knew what I was signing up for. So that kind of gave us an opportunity to brainstorm like different ideas that we can have for potential virtual events, and like some different things that we can do and organize for the students.
Yeah, definitely. It's but how has this affected also you guys' personal life? I know you guys are both in school right now. I don't know if you guys have moved to Kingston yet, or if you're staying at home, wherever that might be. So how's that affected all of you guys?
I mean, I think same as everyone else, like it's affected me a lot. Not used to sitting in the same spot for 8 hours a day quite yet, but it's a work in progress. But I think it's just the hardest thing is trying to stay focused for that long. Because at least whenever classes were in person, you kind of, even if it was just a 5-minute walk to your other class, it was still like a different environment, like a change of pace, like different classmates, that different desk you're sitting at, and even just that, like, and interacting with people in the hallways, like, just kind of keeps you going, keeps you on your toes. And with this, it's just like going from one class to another, sitting in the same spot. I found it difficult at times, just remaining focused. Aside from that, it hasn't been too bad. Like, I'm fortunate I haven't had any like close calls with, well, I haven't got the virus, thank God. But aside from that, it's been a lot of time just sitting in my office doing schoolwork, more than I probably would have if the virus wasn't a thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel that it's really challenging for me, but I'm being able to manage everything. It's just that, just as Shannon said, I feel that I get really distracted, and also I live with two people here, so my parents. So sometimes I get distracted with them because we're all working from home, and I'm studying a lot, so it's challenging, but I think it's temporary. So COVID is gonna be temporary. So I try to keep that in my mind. But yeah,
I'm very fortunate that like I have like where I live, we have like a little like office area study space. Like this is the first year that's been an option or like a thing. Where this previous places I lived with like 5 or 6 other roommates, and we were kind of sharing the same common areas. So I'm lucky that this year is the first year that it kind of worked out, because that would have been really difficult, like sharing the kitchen table with 5 roommates all in class at the same time.
Yeah, that's it. Like I try not to do my schoolwork in bed, which sometimes happens, especially at those like 8:30 lectures. But I don't know about you guys, I find all my classes are kind of blending together, doing all the assignments like one after another, sitting in the desk all through Blackboard. Sometimes I can't differentiate assignments from class to class or lectures. And one thing, I'm a very visual learner, so having to teach myself is a bit harder, which I like being in class because you could see the board up there and you can kind of like think back to, oh, what was he or she teaching that day? And you know the answer on a test. So for me, that's the hardest thing. Yeah, but I think it's a temporary thing as well. So hopefully this is done soon, especially for our first year students. I'm very empathetic about them, and I see how a lot of them are not enjoying this year as much as we had the opportunity to, and the social aspect of going to college, and especially if you move out, the freedom that you get is it's a life-changing experience, and it's where you get to start to become yourself without the influence of your main family members, which is a big thing. So I'm hoping next year we can get back to normal.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. So would you guys like to have a would you rather game to get to know each other a bit more personally?
Sure.
For sure.
We start this. We don't tell anyone about this. It's just going to be a little thing. So I'm going to ask both of you guys the same question. We're just going to see about your personality, okay?
Okay.
Great.
First one. Would you rather spend a day on the beach or a day on the mountain?
I would probably say, oh, that's hard.
It is.
I think I would have to say the beach. I love the sun and I love the summer.
Me too. Well, I know it's a stereotype. I'm from Brazil, so we love beaches, but yeah, I would say the beach for sure. I love the summer and also the ocean. Oh, for me, it gives me energy.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Would you guys rather read the book or watch the movie?
I know I should say read the book, but I'm going to say watch the movie.
Because that's what everyone says, that, or we'll film the podcast and they'll be like, I'd rather read the book. And then at the end, when we end the recording, they'll be like, actually, I'd rather watch the movie. I just didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. I'd like to say I'd rather read the book, but if I'm being truthful, I think I'd rather watch the movie.
Me too. I find like books, I love reading books, but
Same.
the movie gets it over so quickly. And then there's like a picture associated to the name. And for me, I like knowing what they look like. All right. Would you rather travel to the tropical islands, like the Bahamas or the Caribbeans, or go to England?
Okay.
I'm gonna say England. I know that kind of goes against the beach thing that I just said, but I've been on a few like vacations with family to tropical islands, but I've never been to anywhere in Europe. So I definitely would like to switch it up. That'd be a sweet trip.
Yeah, I haven't been to Europe much, so I think a lot of the museums, as I get older, I start having more admiration for them. So I definitely think it'd be a cool thing to go and see some of these old buildings and cathedrals. So definitely on the bucket.
Sure.
Hey, this isn't a would you rather, but still a question. If you could only have one food for the rest of your life, what food would it be?
Pizza.
A very common answer.
Yeah, I bet.
Sushi.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Favorite type of sushi?
Sorry?
What's your favorite type?
I love the ones that have avocado and salmon, and yeah, I really like temaki as well. So I'm not sure, but probably, yeah, sushi.
Yeah, that's a good option. I always think like either pizza, which is my go-to, or like hamburger. Those are very like general ones that most people say.
Big fan of ice cream too. So I would say pizza or ice cream.
What's your favorite?
Yummy.
My favorite flavor?
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie.
You knew that right away.
Very specific, yeah.
Oh. If you had one night off, what would you guys do? If COVID wasn't happening and you could actually do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird thinking about that now because like my immediate answer would be like spending a night with friends or like going to a hockey game or going to a concert or something, but just the whole idea of doing something like that now seems very foreign to me.
Yeah. I would say I would spend the night with my friends as well, watch some Netflix and play some board games, probably. That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if COVID wasn't, or if we're not taking that into account, then I would probably say go to a Leafs game with some friends.
What's your favorite team?
Pardon?
What's your favorite hockey team?
The Leafs, Toronto.
Oh, okay. The podcast.
Yeah. Don't want to talk about their season this year. Next question.
Okay. One question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Ooh.
Like anything.
Anything. The ability to teleport.
That's a good one if you like traveling.
Exactly.
That's a good one. I think also teleport. Yeah, that would be amazing. I love travel. I love to travel. It's, for me, there's nothing better than that. To spend some money with that, I think it's the best. But I would say teleport as well.
Save a lot of money on flights.
That's exactly my answer is teleport.
I know.
Like, I was like, I'd love to be able to like want gelato and just go to another country and have it there. Like, have a croissant, just fly to teleport.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because I was gonna say telepathy when I was first asked the question, but I don't like knowing if someone's thinking negative thoughts about me. So I was like, I'd like free traveling.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be ideal. But the thing is, if you teleport, you can't go with any of your friends because you can only teleport by yourself.
That's okay.
Oh.
I'll be in Italy eating my pizza, my gelato.
Yeah.
I'll do that by myself.
Yeah, I'd be much happier in Italy eating that than in Kingston eating pizza here.
For sure.
Okay, I don't know about this one. Do you guys have any dream car or dream career?
I would say a dream career, I'm not sure yet. I'm still figuring it out. But a dream car would be a Jeep. I like Jeeps. I don't know the specific model because I don't know. But I like the brand. I like the adventurous characteristic,
Oh,
Jeeps.
definitely.
Yeah, that's a good answer. For me, I also am not much of a car person, so I'm not sure, but my all-time like dream career is to be like a TSN or like a sports center analyst, like sit on the panel.
It's like that,
or be like an interviewer or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, that's always an interesting job. I whenever I see them talking, like they're so lucky to have the opportunity to like meet all these great people and go to all these different locations all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch like games for free all the time and then get to interview the players after. Sounds pretty cool.
Definitely, you definitely have to know a lot about the sport you're interviewing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing. I don't know how these reporters dictate the game and like talk over it, and they just know everyone's name and what number they are and the whole background of their life. I was like, sometimes I forget, like people ask me questions I don't even know to answer about myself, let alone someone else on the league.
I would be so nervous. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how they can remember and how they have a great communication skill, but I don't know. I would be really nervous.
They talk so fast. Like in hockey, the puck's getting shot around like 80 kilometers an hour, and they're able to keep up without speeding their voice or the pace in their voice.
I know.
I'm like, I don't even know where the puck is anymore. Next question. If you guys had to choose between living in the big city, like the Toronto or Vancouver, or living in the countryside, what would you choose?
For me, it depends on kind of what stage I'm in life. Like, I think I want to do some time in the big city whenever I'm younger, like in my 20s, and then kind of moving on to like whenever I want to start a family and have kids and everything. I think then I would want to kind of move out of the city and to the country.
Oh, definitely. That's a very well formulated answer. I think the city gives a lot of options for younger people to go and explore, and it's also a great way to meet people when you're all together. Yeah. And then once you have that group of friends and like your family established, moving out and have your own little private lifestyle, I think that's a dream of mine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I would also, sorry. I would say the countryside because I'm from a huge city in Brazil. I'm from São Paulo. So São Paulo has 14 million people. So I was born and raised there. So for me, it's too much. I can't take it anymore. Big cities. I know that Toronto and Vancouver are not that big, but I think Kingston is the right size. I would not leave Kingston for now. So,
well, yeah. Hearing that, I guess big is a matter of perspective, because coming from Ottawa, I think Ottawa is a big city. So when I go to Toronto, it's overwhelming. I can't imagine having over 10 million people in a city.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Everyone is stressed and in a rush. So no, it's too much. I think I got my anxiety from there because it was too much.
How long did you live in Brazil?
My whole life. So I came to Canada in the beginning of last year, but I lived in US for a year from 2010 to 2011. I lived in Oregon, in Portland. So so I'm always traveling around and living in a whole bunch of places, especially in Brazil. I lived in different cities, but now I feel that I'm at home. I think Canada is a great place to live, and I don't want to leave.
Yeah, well, Yeah, it's I love the country. I've lived here my whole life. It's nice, and I think that's one of the main reason a lot of students choose St. Lawrence College. Besides from having a great academic school and living in the city, there's so many opportunities in the country and much more welcoming, I find, than a lot of other first world countries. So I think that's a big attraction to a lot of students. So it's nice to see them come here, and they're so appreciative of everything. And I know a lot of people that grew up in Canada are so appreciative of them and learning about them and their culture. It's super nice to be able to see that from the first person view, everyone getting along. Especially in this age, you can't get enough of that.
Yeah.
So where would you guys see yourself in 1 year from now?
I mean, I'll definitely still be in Kingston. My program, the program that I'm in right now is an advanced diploma program, so it's 3 years. And then, so next year will be my 3rd year. Aside from that, I plan on doing the bridging into the BBA after, so probably going through that application process and then just making it through 3rd year.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I believe I'm also gonna stay in Kingston. I would love to, after my graduation, have a job related to my field. So yeah, I will be trying my best to stay in Canada and apply for my permanent residency as well. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kingston's a great city. I'm looking at going into law enforcement through the Police Foundation's diploma. But if I don't get an acceptance right away, my goal is to go to next year to UBC for law school. So hopefully I get it. I don't know if I can do another like 8 years of school.
No, awesome. You will be able. You'll be able.
Not if it's online. Online school is much harder than in person, I find. How about you guys?
Yeah, I think it just is more difficult, like kind of like building relationships with professors and just like staying on task, like we were talking about earlier. I would much rather be in person. I don't know about you, Maria, but.
Yeah, me too, definitely. I think I can engage way more with everyone, and I feel that I'm also a visual learner. So for me, it's great to see my professor's body language. I don't know, this is really important for me to learn and to also talk to people and talk to my friends, not online. I think it's in person is way better.
Yeah, there's still like the awkward kind of hump that everyone's trying to get over, figuring out technology and like going in the wrong link for class, or like like everyone speaks to answer a question at the same time. Like your screen won't share for some reason. Like there's just so many little like kind of awkward things that are still we're all kind of getting used to. So that
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's another big thing, like just the technological blips, I'd call it, that we have that no one can really prepare for. It gets kind of frustrating when like the teacher can't unmute themselves because they're unaware, or the screen share won't work, and like you have a certain amount of time. And I feel like we paid for the Super Bowl, but we got like a kids' Pee-wee game. So that's it. Like, I don't know about you, but like I'm not learning that much this year. Like we're supposed to learn a lot with.
Did he freeze again for you?
Yeah. Yeah. See, technology.
Exactly. Uh-oh.
Oops. We'll have to wait a bit.
Oh, there
you're back.
Oh, that's the Wi-Fi. See, a good time. So how are you guys going to look forward to this year? What's going to keep you guys motivated for academics and in the student association?
I mean, I think our new position is going to bring on a lot of exciting challenges for us. So that'll be kind of fun to work through and work alongside Maria, planning different events and like kind of catering towards the students' needs. So that'll definitely be a lot of fun this year. Aside from that, school-wise, I have a lot of class. I'm really, really busy with class every day, so I don't have much time to be bored with my schedule. So, which I love. I like to be busy and be constantly like busy with something. It just keeps me on my toes, and I'm not the kind of person that likes to have too much time to just sit around and do nothing. So I'm excited for the year, though. I think it's gonna go well.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as everyone thinks it is. I think we'll thrive.
Yeah. I hope so.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, we're getting near the end, so I just want to say a special thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming to the podcast. It's been great meeting you. Hopefully we can get you guys back on here, or we'll be in contact over some other stuff through both our different jobs in the Student Association. So it's crazy to think how big the Student Association is, that I don't know nearly everyone in it. It's such a diversified organization, people in every single role that you can think of. So thank you guys for coming. And make sure to follow us on our Instagram page and our YouTube page. They'll all be in the link in the bio of the post. And I hope you guys have a great day.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Jared.